technology to help keep our communities safe from wildfire. Learn more at sce.com/mitigation.
We boldly go where no man has gone before.
Boldly taking talk radio where it has never gone before. New vistas, new voices, new views, new visions, new victories. We're KBLA Talk 1580, and we're taking public media black.
I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff?
The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss you. Is there something wrong with that?
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my neck.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
Zoe Williams.
Reason and accountability.
The voice of reason.
Hey guys, I'm Heidi Priebe. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time here. Today on this channel, we are talking about how to start shedding our inauthentic selves, or some of the personas or social masks that we have become very used to wearing and that have become deeply ingrained into our own self-concept, in order to start showing up more as our authentic selves. And I want to be clear that this is not a one-step solution. This is an ongoing process that most of us will be working with in some capacity for the majority of our lives. There are always going to be situations that come up that cause us to put pressure on ourselves to behave in certain ways that might not be the most authentic to us. But what I want to tackle specifically today is the idea of someone who has a shame-bound identity. So last week I put out a video called Toxic Shame, What It Is and How to Heal From It. And in that video, we talk about what it feels like to have developed a social persona that is actually quite different from who you are at your core, because you have a deep belief that who you are at your core is shameful and would not be accepted or loved if anyone were to truly see you for who you were. And so the very specific, point in the healing process that I'm trying to pinpoint here is the point at which you may have realized that to a significant extent, you have a shame-bound identity, or that very large parts of who you are and the way that you show up in the world are inauthentic because you're trying to keep the world away from certain parts of yourself that you consider particularly shameful. So this video is for anyone who is recognizing that to be something that they are struggling with, but who doesn't yet know exactly what to do about it. I want to emphasize again, when we develop shame-bound identities, when we believe that huge parts of ourselves that are integral to who we are as people are things we have to hide away from the rest of the world, that causes us to develop a very prominent and pervasive social mask. So this isn't just about being overly polite in a few situations, or about not standing up for ourselves every once in a while. This is about showing up in the world largely as a person who does not reflect the you who you are on the inside. And it can be very difficult to let go of those types of identities because we are often perpetuating them unconsciously. So in the world of attachment theory, we talk a lot about the procedural memory system. So this is the memory system that remembers things like how to ride a bike or play a piano. There are certain things that kind of get into our bones that we do without thinking about. And a lot of the ways in which we interact with other people, particularly in situations where we feel a little bit threatened, which doesn't mean that there's danger present. It could just mean we're meeting new people for the first time and we feel a little bit on guard. We'll often, without realizing it, switch quickly into operating from a place of procedural memory around other people. So there are certain ways that from a young age we have learned to hold ourselves, to approach other people, to act and behave in response to people that we are actually not consciously thinking about. A lot of communication actually happens without our conscious awareness. We are not always conscious of, let's say, the messages that our bodies are giving off to other people. So a lot of this process is actually going to be...
My God, a shame-based identity. Oh, I can't never let you see who I really am, because I don't like who I really am. But yet, I want the relationship that Disney talked about. Lord have mercy. That was Heidi. What's her name? Preebies? I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but yeah, a lot of people didn't like her voice, but she was dropping hot science, right? Listen, you want to keep it 100, right? Everybody talk about it. Look, I keep it 100. Even the persona of let's keep it 100 is a youngin' mask. Most people are too fearful to be unapologetically truthful about who and what they are. And let me just say this. I'm not judging nobody, because I've had moments where I too fearful of letting people see the real me. You know, when you've been rejected because of your humanity, sometimes you cover up your humanity just so you can be accepted. I've done that. Oh, the real me, the human me, the flawed me, the challenged me. Wow, that's too much. And people have a way of pushing you away, like, you're extra, you're drama, you're too much, you do too much. So you naturally go inside and go, sit down somewhere. But you're talking to your humanity. You're talking to the part of you that wants your love. Did you hear me? So you push that part down so the person on the outside can go, that's better. I like this version of you. What? Man, you better run. I'm going to tell you right now, run from the person that wants a romance with the mask you wear. I don't know. I don't know how that just resonated in your spirit, but I know it rang a bell in mine. People want a romance with your mask. They do not want a romance with the complete you, because they don't want a romance with their complete selves. So they'll take a piece of themselves to hook up with a piece of you. 1-800-920-1580. Let's get Reggie back in here. Reggie, finish your thought, brother.
Man, life is a classroom, and it presents you with a bunch of different scenarios to see who you really are. And you just answer those questions every day, all day. I am this, I am that, whatever I am. And you get to the bottom of who you really are. And you can't fool yourself. Even if you try to wear a mask, you can't wear a mask all the time. That's it, man.
Man, thank you, brother. We appreciate you. Fire, fire, fire from all over the country. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. 1-800-920-1580. Get at your brother. Get at your brother. Truemonger, Dallas, Texas. Get in here.
Yes, sir.
What are your thoughts, brother?
Oh, man. I think for a lot of people, they have to end up discovering their authentic self, because from the time they start walking and talking, they're taught to perform. They're taught to perform in front of their elders and whatnot. They're taught to perform in school, get through school, do what you're told and all that jazz. Get a job, perform for your job.
Mm-hmm.
They carry, and many people don't realize that they carry their stuff into their relationships. So they think that's what they're supposed to do, is perform. But at some point, your authentic self is going to start getting annoyed by that. It's going to get frustrated with that, and it's going to start coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Now, depending on how programmed they are, could be sooner than later.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually, your authentic self is going to come out. And that's where it should be anyway, but a lot of people have to grow into it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because they've been taught to perform their whole life. And they think that's how they're supposed to get through life, because that's how whoever brought them up, that's how they got through life. So they think that's the right thing to do. But people smother themselves, then they get to a point in time where they're like, this ain't me. Why have I been living like this all this time? But
how do you
into that relationship?
Let me ask you this, True, because I've gone to bed at night before, and I've said to myself, how are you going to make it through the night being this person? Right? How are you going to make it through the night being this person? And I've had questions, I've asked myself questions like, when are you going to let me out? What are your thoughts on that type of questioning?
It's almost like going to war with yourself. Is the performing going to get you where you really need to go? Maybe materialistic, as far as materials and all this and status or whatnot, it may seem that way. But your authentic self is going to get you where you really need to be, where you really should be. All that other stuff is replaceable. You can't replace your authentic self. The actor in you is not going to last.
The actor in you is not going to last. Come on, True. Keep cooking.
I mean, and as far as relationships go, if you can't be your true self, what's the point of being in it? What's the point? If you can't be yourself, flaws and all, with your partner, and vice versa, what are you doing?
Wow.
Like you were speaking on earlier, the hustleships, hustle relationships, just playing a role. Might well go join Tyler Perry in there.
Wow. Heavy stuff, man. Hey, listen, man. You already know, brother. You brought Dallas, Texas in the building. I love True Monger. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you, brother, for calling in. Trust me, man. These words are reverberating across the waves across the country. People are tapped in. This is real talk. Let me tell you something. You so fake, money is the reason why your relationships end. Do you know money is not supposed to have any real meaning in your relationship? Did you know that? But we live in a society where money is the bedrock of meaning. Wow. Wow. Your identity is rooted in what you got. Did you know, like in the truest sense of relating, which is communion? Communion, the root word of it is union. Yoga. Yoked. You'll be at church talking about we equally yoked, but you got money problems and you worried. That's not yoked. You yoked to the money. You're yoked to society. You've never had a real connection. Uh-oh. Andy, I must have hit a nerve. Andy is in here.
You kind of somewhat hit a nerve. Nothing too crazy, though, but it reminded me of an elder friend of mine. He told me, one time ago that if you don't have no money, you shouldn't be dating.
Of course. In a transactional society, in a materialistic, capitalistic, corporate society, absolutely. Great advice. That's great advice. I can't besmirch that man. That man told the truth. But this is why I say all the time, most relationship specialists and all these other people out here with YouTubes and video, they don't understand the spiritual purpose of relating. You might be dating a dude, sister, you might be dating a dude that's like your grandfather. It might be a lesson, generational, right? A generational task. Most people call it generational curses. I say it's a generational task, a curriculum. You might be dating a dude like your daddy, so you can undo some of the things that were done when you modeled him. Most people ain't talking like that. Everybody talking like this. you should leave. Cause listen, if you not happy, listen, if he not about your highest good, that's what people talking about. Your relationship dropouts. You're going to keep attracting what you need to get over the hump of you because you refuse to accept you as you are. You refuse to embrace you as you are. You refuse it. So what's the easiest thing to do? Opt out. Drop the class. That's what people are doing. Because they don't understand the spiritual implication of why your authentic self attracted that person. Andy is back on the mic. Come on, Andy, get in here.
I don't want to sound controversial.
It's all right, Andy, do it.
But it just got me thinking, like, it's 2023 and you have a lot of people, changing body parts, changing genders.
Come on.
I mean, at the core of it, what you're saying, that's what it sounds like. I don't want to pass judgment on those individuals, but at the core of it, it's like they don't like what they see in the mirror. So, as you said,
change it.
They're opting out.
Change it. Look at that. Change it. Oh, wow, that's heavy stuff. Authentic relationships. Whew. Oh, man. Embracing authenticity promotes genuine connections with others. By being true to oneself, individuals attract like-minded individuals, fostering deeper and more meaningful relationships based on a mutual understanding. But the reverse is also true. Being your inauthentic self also attracts like... When I come forward, I got a lot more to talk about, and we got callers all over the country. Here we go!
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey, this is Zoe Williams, the voice of reason from KBLA Talk 1580. Listen, if you're in the market for the best prices and the fastest delivery for custom-made roller shade, LA Custom Blinds is the place to be. Schedule a free estimate, and they will come to your house, measure your windows, and bring a variety of fabrics to choose from. And then come back and install it all for free. The best part is that their factory is located right here in downtown Los Angeles, so they make the shades really fast. All you got to do is go to lacustomblinds.com and schedule your free in-home estimate right now. Tell them Zoe Williams sent you.
Extended Family Outreach Ministry presents Praise Fest 2023, Worthy to be Praised Conference and Concert, September 23rd, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the Redondo Beach Performing Arts Center. Morning worship, keynote address, and conference featuring women in creative arts ministry and leadership sharing our stories, His glory, giving all praise, honor, thanksgiving, and glory to God. Don't miss the afternoon Stand Up and Sing Praises concert with the Katinas, gospel singer Babby Mason, Three Daughters, and Kevin Click. That's Praise Fest 2023, Worthy to be Praised Conference and Concert, September 23rd, Redondo Beach Performing Arts Center. For more information and tickets, go to PraiseFest 2023 at Eventbrite.com. Plus, for the next 48 hours, use promo code KBLA48 to get your tickets free. You do not want to miss this day of praise. That's PraiseFest 2023 at Eventbrite.com.
The City of Los Angeles Emergency Renters Assistance Program will start accepting applications at 8 a.m. on September 19th. The program will provide up to 6 months of rental arrears to low-income residential renters who are at risk of homelessness due to unpaid rent as a result of COVID-19 or other financial hardship. Learn more at housing.lacity.org. That's housing.lacity.org.
Hi, this is LA City Councilman Curran Price, inviting you to the 28th Annual Central Avenue Jazz Fest on September the 23rd from 11 to 7 p.m. For nearly 3 decades, the Central Avenue Jazz Festival has paid homage to the legendary Central Avenue and its influence on jazz history. Jazz, blues, and Latin jazz will be featured on 3 stages of music. Co-headlining are Hubert Laws with special guest Eloise Laws and the Billy Childs Quartet featuring Sean Jones. The day includes plenty of food, merchants, and 4 pavilions focused on youth programming, art, health and wellness, and public resources. Parking is limited, so Metro and rideshare are recommended. Hubert Laws with special guest Eloise Laws and the Billy Childs Quartet featuring Sean Jones. The day includes plenty of food, merchants, and 4 pavilions focused on youth programming, art, health and wellness, and public resources. For more information, visit CentralAveJazzFest.com. CentralAveJazzFest.com. See you on the 23rd.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Wanna be as free as the spirits of those who left. I'm talking Malcolm, Coltrane, my man Yusef. Through death, through conception, new breath and resurrection. For wrongs, new steps in a direction in the right way. Told inside is where the fight lay, and everything good do may not be what he might say. Chicago night stay on the mind, but I write many lives. They lay on these lines, wait the signs of the times. Many say the grind's on the mind. Shorty's blunted out, and everyone wanna rhyme. Bush pushing lies, killers of water.
Hey Psych2Goers, and welcome back to our channel. Thank you so much for all the love you've given us. Your ongoing support has helped us make psychology and mental health more accessible to everyone. Now, let's continue. As we grow up, we develop our own definition of an ethical and moral life. The infamous Lawrence Kohlberg's 6 stages of moral development are a testament to that, with each level symbolizing an individual becoming more moral and self-aware. But when it comes to being true to yourself, staying in line with your own values is only one part of the equation. What it means to stay true to yourself is different for everybody. So here are 7 signs that you aren't being true to yourself to help you fine-tune your moral compass. Number 1, you tend to copy others. When we copy others, there's usually an incentive to doing so. Perhaps what they did landed them a great new job, got them admitted to a competitive program, or even helped them find their significant other. We want to recreate that same social success for ourselves, so we unconsciously start to follow in their footsteps. While there's nothing wrong with taking advice from others, trying to blatantly copy your friends and peers strips you of your own individuality. 2, you're a people pleaser. Do you have a hard time saying no? Do you tend to take on more than you can handle for other people? If this sounds a bit like you might be a people pleaser. People pleasers have gentle, giving hearts, but the real danger of this comes when someone tries to take advantage of your generosity. If you constantly put others before yourself and neglect your own well-being in the process, you might not be staying true to your own self. Number 3, you let yourself be defined by how others see you. Are you overly worried about what others think of you? Do you follow along with what everyone else is doing because you're too afraid to go against the grain? Do you let yourself be defined by how others see you? When you fall in line with everyone else, you're at risk of sacrificing your own individuality. On a deeper level, you might give up on your own dreams and desires to appease the will of others and give in to the pressure of what you think you should be doing. Number 4, you attract drama into your life. When you're distracted by unnecessary drama, you're also distracted from yourself. By allowing chaos to swirl around you, you are having to put your time and energy into putting out all the big and little.
I disagree with that last one. You attract what you are. If you got drama and chaos in your life, it's because of you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know people don't want to hear it. I know people don't like it. You want to pick and choose, huh? No. Oh, they were just so dramatic, and I was sitting there doing nothing, minding my business. No, you're drama. You're drama. Your trauma equals drama. And typically, it comes from your mama. That's who you modeled. Uh-oh. 1-800-920-50. I know people don't want to hear it that way, man. What you think a primary caregiver is? Okay, I'm sorry. 1-800-920-1580. We in here tonight. You can't keep it real because she didn't keep it real. Oh, I'm sorry. Authenticity and alignment with reality, self-awareness. Cultivating authenticity requires deep self-reflection and self-awareness. By understanding our true selves, we gain a clearer perception of reality, allowing us to align our thoughts, emotions, and actions accordingly. We got to stop saying the random thunderstorm showed up in our life and we acting like we were a serene patch of greenery. No, you're a thunderstorm yourself. Do you understand where lightning comes from? Many people think lightning comes out of the sky and strikes the ground. No, it comes from the ground. You got positive and negatively charged ions. Huh? It comes from the ground. Oh, I know. Come from you. You called the lightning down. Huh? I know you don't want to hear it that way. You want to be authentic? You have to question and overcome your social conditioning. And wait a minute now. I'm talking about not just the society in which you live. First off, remember, you were born into a society. Your family is a society of people who live in a neighborhood, which is a society. You go to a school, that's a society, right? You may leave and go to a bigger school in another society. Do you understand what I'm saying? You have to learn how to overcome what molded you. I'm not saying everything that molded you was bad, but you got to learn how to go back and discern this isn't good for me. That's something you believe in. That's something you taught, right? Overcoming social conditioning. Social conditioning, society often imposes expectations and norms that can hinder authenticity. By breaking free from societal conditioning, individuals can align themselves with their own truth rather than conforming to the external standards. When I come forward, listen, I'm not in the mood tonight. I'm going to burn you down when I come forward because I got a lot to talk about. Plus, we got callers.
My man Yusef, through death, through conception, new breath and resurrection, for wrongs, new steps in a direction in the right way. Told inside is where the fight lay, and everything good do may not be what he might say. Chicago night stay on the mind, but I write many lives. They lay on these lines, wait the signs of the times. Many say the grind's on the mind. Shorty's blended out, and everyone wanna rhyme. Bush pushing live.
He's on fire tonight. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Doug Davis with the latest from the Black Information Network. There are some upcoming court dates for the 5 former Memphis police officers charged with the beating death of Tyree Nichols following a traffic stop. Lawyers for 3 of the men told a judge their clients weren't present for the initial traffic stop, so they should be tried separately. A judge is expected to make a decision on October 5th. Trial is set for November 6th. There's a black candidate entering the race to become Miami-Dade County's next sheriff. African-American Police Major John Barrow recently threw his name in the hat. Barrow joined the Miami-Dade Police Department in 2007 and was promoted to major about 2 years ago. A new report says the Biden administration is separating families at the border. NBC News says Border Patrol agents temporarily separated families this summer and could still be using the practice during the current surge. The report says overcrowding led to the separation this summer. Make it a great one. That's the latest. I'm Doug Davis from the Black Information Network and BINnews.com.
At Southern California Edison, they're installing insulated power lines and using the latest technology to help keep our communities safe from wildfire. Learn more at sce.com/mitigation.
To boldly go where no man has gone before.
Boldly taking talk radio where it has never gone before. New vistas, new voices, new views, new visions, new victories. We're KBLA Talk 1580, and we're taking public media black.
Mom's early Alzheimer's diagnosis was hard to take.
And when I left the Evan-On, we decided together that it was time to see a doctor and make a plan.
Early detection gave us more time to seek out information and support as a family.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. For more information, visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Dominique DePrima for KBLA Talk 1580. Are you worried about your credit score? Well, look, you can rebuild it. There are lots of factors that go into determining your credit score, but one of the most effective ways to improve your score is to consistently pay your bills on time, over time. If you're forgetful about payments like me, try automating your bill payments. That way all your creditors get paid on time and you'll have freed yourself of trying to remember. Whatever your financial goals, U.S. Bank Access Commitment Initiatives can help support you in reaching them. Access your financial goals at usbank.com/access. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. South Central Youth Empowered Through Action is the youth component of the impactful CBO, known as the Community Coalition. South Central Youth Empowered Through Action has chapters at almost every South LA high school. Say Yeah, as they are popularly known, is located at 80th and Vermont, but serves young people all over South LA. Under the COCO umbrella, they train youth organizers, help underserved scholars prepare for college, and work with students to help them gain admission to top universities. South Central Youth Empowered Through Action fosters teen activism, where young people have led campaigns moving tens of millions of dollars to South LA schools and forcing officials to make AP classes available to students in under-resourced institutions. SCES scholars have taken part in the March on Washington, been published in major news outlets, and been elected to city council. Long before she was mayor, Karen Bass started the program when she founded the Community Coalition. To donate, volunteer, or enroll a student in South Central Youth Empowered Through Action, please visit cocsouthla.org. cocsouthla.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
In Big Tobacco's Fantasyland, children are the future. Here, tobacco companies are committed to higher education, offering scholarships to students who submit essays about the benefits of vaping. The tobacco industry even sponsors summer camps for kids. Don't worry, the tobacco-sponsored programs have been linked to leaving your kids more interested in smoking. In Big Tobacco's Fantasyland, the world's deadliest industry is your child's friend.
See reality at undo.org.
Have you heard about Lendistry? Lendistry is a national Black-led small business lender that is headquartered right here in LA. Once you've started your business, Lendistry provides flexible financing options starting at $50,000 to help you access the affordable capital needed to grow. Whether financing is needed to increase working capital, acquire a business, purchase inventory and equipment, or refinance debt, Lendistry has a solution for you. Lending products range from traditional business term loans and non-revolving lines of credit to SBA 7A loans and commercial real estate financing. Lendistry's pre-application process is simple and does not impact your credit score. Visit lendistry.com/KBLA to learn more and to get started with an application right from the website.
KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm calling you up. I'm calling you up. 'Cause I need a love doctor. And I need it right away. I'm calling you up. I'm calling you up. 'Cause I need to hear the doctor's voice. The reason.
Yo, so I got this two-timing chick who got her revenge from when I was on my two-time tip. And even when I tried to correct it, she couldn't get past how she was disrespected, neglected my effort, a pair with no trust, dirty games and affairs that been tearing us up. If things ain't picture perfect, is it really worth it? I have an idea, but I need to know for certain.
I'm calling you up. I'm calling you up. 'Cause I need a love doctor. And I need it right away. I'm calling you up. I'm calling you up. 'Cause I need to hear the doctor's voice. The reason.
We've come full circle. The voice of reason back in the building. KBLA Talk 1580. We're talking about keeping it real in relationships. And it's such a popular claim, but most people don't. Most people do not keep it real. They keep it partially real. Diet real. 2% milk. Hey, 1-800-920-1580. We got callers all over the country. Let's get them in here right now. Sean from Oakland, California has been on the longest. Let's go, Sean.
Hey, brother. Well, you mentioned a little earlier, character flaws, right? Mm-hmm. So we all should be aware of our own character flaws. But, we also have to think about, are they really flaws? Are they flaws because in the immediate moment it isn't working for us? Or is it really that we have to make an adjustment? And so my thing here is, look, most of the time, I'll tell you my character flaw. Most of the time, I've got everything figured out. And I don't mean that you're going to agree with I got it figured out. But I think I got it figured out. I figured it out. All right? But when you're with someone, your better half, you're someone you're trying to be with or whatever, they're not going to agree with your assessment. Mm-hmm. So my thing is it really a character flaw? No. I think you get out there and if you really like the person. If you don't like the person, yes, you just go ahead with your assessment and boom, bam, bing, get them out of the way. But if you're like curious or you really want them to be in your life going forward, give it a chance. Mm-hmm. Because they aren't going to see it the same way you see it. And that way, maybe in some future moment, if you have more than one moment with this person, you might be able to explain why I saw it a different way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I appreciate that.
And yeah. And that's, in that way, because everyone, Zoe, thinks it should be perfect, right? It just goes in a flow, like a straight line. It never does that. Come on now. I mean, I've been lucky to be married a long time, but I've had all the humps and bumps and, if you've ever been in a relationship longer than 6-7 months, that it does not go in a straight line, and you have to work at it. And, sometimes you have to realize that, your authentic self may be right. But being right, is it worth losing the person, that you haven't communicated with enough yet? I don't know.
Wow. Heavy stuff.
I don't know.
That's good stuff, Sean. I appreciate it, man. You already know, man. You know I love you, Sean. We appreciate it. Call in anytime. Call in anytime. The number to dial is 1-800-920-1580. Let's jump over to Cali Soul, Denver, Colorado. Get in here.
Peace, everybody.
What up? What up? What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
oh man, showing up as your authentic self or not showing up as your authentic self in a relationship is on us, you know, as an individual. You make that decision. But what ends up happening is you get into your relationship, how many ever months, maybe how many ever years, and your mask start unraveling like a bad sweater. And you can't hide that. Right. You know, you can't hide it. You're missing one sleeve before you know it, and the next thing you know, the clown done came out. And it's going to come out because that's just our nature. Like, if you walking around in a mask or a suit that's uncomfortable, eventually you're going to get itchy and you're going to start trying to peel stuff off, or you're just going to stand there and look uncomfortable. And that's the same thing in our relationship. That agitation comes, you're gonna let it fall out. It's gonna fall out your mouth like a clown shoe.
Wow.
And you're gonna be like, ooh. Rut-row, as Scooby-Doo say, rut-row.
Oh, I love that.
And I've done that before. I've definitely done that before. And what's crazy about it is sometimes when we do it, then you be so lost in your own illusion that you think the other person will not accept you for yourself. You'll say, you don't let me be myself. You know, you turn into a victim. So it's dangerous. You really ought to show up as your authentic self. And, you know, if they don't fool with it, that's not the person for you. And that's cool.
Right. No.
It's a good lesson.
I love it. Cali Soul, Denver, Colorado, in the building. Listen, if you want to bring your city in the building, you know the deal. You know the routine. You know the procedure. Get to your phone lines. The number to dial is 1-800-920-1580. We got I'm Staying on Point, Long Beach, California, LBC. Now you know you in trouble. Get in here.
Alafia family.
Alafia. So what are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Oh my gosh. I will just say this really quickly. To thine own self be true. If you don't keep it 100 with yourself, then you're operating at a broken, low vibrational level. And like Janet Jackson old song, like a moth to a flame burned by the fire, it's like you attract the brokenness that you're residing in at that precise moment. And then you just keep on with the illusion because, oh my God, you guys make such a cute couple. But you know deep down inside, like the last caller just said, eventually it's going to show. Or you get mad because the person that you're with started to love the fake part of you or the broken part of you, and you know that that's not you. Then as you start to heal, you start really looking at things, and then that becomes even more friction because you're growing and that other person wants you to stay where they met you. So until you stay where you are and fix yourself, you're never going to be able to keep it 100 with yourself, and you're not going to be able to keep it 100 with others.
So talk to me about this.
So work on yourself.
Talk to me about this keeping it 100. Where did that come from? Because people, I mean, they use it all the time. They're always saying, keep it 100. I'm going to keep it 100. I'm going to keep it a buck. I'm going to keep it real. But rarely do you meet somebody that really, really keeps it real.
No, because we're afraid.
No. Don't give me that.
Wait,
don't give me that answer yet.
People are afraid.
Wait, don't give me that answer yet. Hold tight. I want you to stay with me. When we come forward, we going back to the LBC because she got a lot to talk about.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
Hi, This is LA City Councilman Kern Price inviting you to the 28th Annual Central Avenue Jazz Fest on September the 23rd from 11 to 7 p.m. For nearly 3 decades, the Central Avenue Jazz Festival has paid homage to the legendary Central Avenue and its influence on jazz history. Jazz, blues, and Latin jazz will be featured on 3 stages of music. Co-headlining are Hubert Laws with special guest Eloise Laws and the Billy Childs Quartet featuring Sean Jones. The day includes plenty of food, merchants, and 4 pavilions focused on youth programming, art, health and wellness, and public resources. Parking is limited, so Metro and rideshare are recommended. Hubert Laws with special guests Eloise Laws and the Billy Childs Quartet featuring Sean Jones. The day includes plenty of food, merchants, and 4 pavilions focused on youth programming, art, health and wellness, and public resources. For more information, visit CentralAveJazzFest.com. CentralAveJazzFest.com. See you on the 23rd.
The Los Angeles Urban League helps African American and others in underserved communities achieve true social parity, economic self-reliance, and civil rights. For over 100 years, Los Angeles Urban League has ensured our communities have access to careers with living wages, opportunities to start and grow businesses, and clear pathways to personal and professional growth. Programs like BizCamp, Construction Career Academy, Bob Business Ready, and B-Warp. The Black Wealth Attainment and Retention Program are examples of the ongoing events designed to make our centennial mission to rebuild Black Wall Street right here in LA a reality. To sign up for our newsletter or to support the Los Angeles Urban League with your time, talents, and donations, visit laul.org. That's laul.org. The Los Angeles Urban League is a proud sponsor of Urban Family Focus Saturdays at 7 a.m. on KBLA Talk 1580.
For all of us, this generation and the next, there is simply no place in our lives for litter. And yet, it's everywhere we look. And unfortunately, it does belong to all of us. So, let's come together and create a litter-free, clean California, once and for all. Remember to properly dispose of your trash and recycling. Secure truckloads with tarps to keep debris from flying out. Clean out your car when you're at a gas station. Take pride in your community by organizing a cleanup event or join a cleanup event near you. Zero litter is the goal. Join us at cleanca.com. That's cleanca.com. Let's do it together. Brought to you by Caltrans. cleanca.com.
You want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Dave, what up, man? It's me. Just calling to see, if possible, if you have any time today or within the next couple of days, if you're in the studio or if you're at home or car or whatever, that song that is called Trying or something, Mace was telling me that I needed to hear. He said it was amazing. Whew. The way he was talking, man, I want to hear it.
Am I just another lost in the pack? We horse shack shit, laugh it off. The years just blow by. My eyes stay fixed, but the picture's kinda out of focus. I cry a lot, but admit to it. Enjoying life now, but I've been through it. Sometimes I wish that I can go back. No bills, no kids, just getting told back. I want a wife, I love women. How could I front like I don't be in love with them? A little man that I could teach. A little sand, but not the beach. I figure excess, I only bring an excessive amount of fuss. So when I'm gone, make sure the headstone reads, he did it for us. I'm like a modern day Jesus. I cherish warm thoughts like a gray goose. And float soft kisses to my baby. That day's little girl. Yeah, respect her for that. She gon' be
Ladies
somebody.
and gentlemen, you're listening to the VOR.
You see young minds and now I made
Friends and family, brothers and sisters.
Hole in your Yankee cap. Absorb me.
Let me just say, man, nobody's perfect, man. But if we don't have these energetic, in-depth discussions about what it really means to relate, we're gonna struggle. I'm staying on point. from Long Beach, California. Get back in here and finish with your final thought.
Well, my final thought is take time to work on you. Because the more we ignore the things that we need to honestly fix in our life, we're going to keep attracting the broken parts of ourselves that we really don't want to see.
Wow.
That's setting us up for failure every time, guaranteed.
I love it.
And I think that, you know, a lot of people, you asked me the question, where did Keep It 100 come from? It could have come from a movie. It could have came from music, you know, our culture. But the true meaning of it, we run away from that because we can't even do it for ourselves.
Whoop, whoop.
We want to hold other people accountable. You're not keeping it 100 with me. But at the end of the day, when you get in your car and you leave that date or leave their house, you're having that real conversation with yourself in the car. Save yourself some time.
You can't lie to a shaman. Come on. I love it. I love it. Hey, I'm staying on point. We appreciate you. You brought Long Beach, California in the building. You know you got a seat at the table anytime. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me. But I'm going to hit you with something. Everybody, let's meme this up. Let's meme this up. Let's meme it up. Let's meme it up. You're a liar if you don't accept yourself completely. You're a liar. I am so sick of people running around talking about I hate liars. Yet they got a piece of themselves that they refuse to acknowledge. It's like a bastard child. Huh? Let's just be honest. It's probably your inner child that you condemned to the orphans of your soul. You are a liar because you project as something you're not. You are a liar who demands the truth from other liars. Oh, Lord. I know y'all don't want to hear that. I know y'all don't want to hear that. Because let me tell you something about accepting yourself as you are. You're going to cultivate honesty and integrity. Authenticity involves being honest with oneself first, then others. By embracing truthfulness and integrity, individuals align their actions with reality, fostering a harmonious relationship with the world around them. Let me tell you something. I know this because I did it before. I've lied to myself because I didn't accept my whole self. But yet I want somebody to be the best person they can be in my life as it pertains to the fragment of myself that I am projecting to them. You're a liar if you don't check yourself. You're a liar if you don't take the pen of self-authorship and rewrite all the dark spaces. You're a liar, and you're going to attract a liar. Let's do it another way. Let's do it another way. Krishnamurti, you know I love Krishnamurti. He says, why are there so many insane, unbalanced people in the world? Krishnamurti's response, of course, is, what is this civilization that we have built up? A civilization which is the result of craving, the dominant factor of sensory gratification. And having produced a world in which sensate values dominate, naturally the creative sensibilities are either destroyed or warped or blocked. Through the value of the senses, there is no release. And so individuals resort to the fabrication of delusion, consciously or unconsciously, which inevitably isolates them. Unless sensate values yield to eternal value, we will have delusions and strife, confusion and war. To bring a fundamental change in value, you must become thoughtful and discard those values of the self, of craving, through constant awareness and self-knowledge. So many people are afraid of themselves. So many people are afraid of what they have to look at. And this is from the book. Let me just say this. This is from his book, The Mirror of Relationship. Right? He says, craving, listen, craving engenders fear. Fear nourishes dependence. Dependence on things, people, or ideas. The greater the dependence, the greater the inward poverty. Becoming aware of this poverty, this loneliness, you try to enrich it. You try to fill it with knowledge or activity, with amusement or mystery. The more you try to fill it, to cover it up, the more deeply does the real cause of loneliness get buried. The self is insatiable. And there is no satisfying it. It is as a broken vessel, a bottomless pit, which can never be filled. By becoming aware of thought, feeling, creating its own bondage and dependence, and thus bringing about isolation. By becoming aware of the cultivation of sensate values, which must inevitably bring inward poverty out of this very awareness, out of this existential meditative understanding, there is discovered the imperishable treasure. Through this constant awareness, if rightfully unfolded, enter deeper and wider, there comes into being a serenity and joy of the highest wisdom. The Mirror of Relationship, Ojai, California, 7th Public Talk, June 25th, 1944. See, somebody told us, right? Somebody told us that somebody was our answer. Somebody told us that somebody was going to make us happy. I'm telling you, the worst thing we could do is believe that it's coming from the outside. Yes, your mother did the best she could. Your father did the best he could. If you had one, if you had either. The reality of it is, earth is the campus. Relationship is the curriculum. Listen, you don't have to believe me. I started the conversation. You finish it. Yo, I'll be back here tomorrow with another slapper. You know how we get down. My homegirl, you already know who she is. RSVP with Jill Monroe is about to come in here and keep this fire lit. Trust me. It's about to be on fire when she comes in here. She's going to keep you updated on everything that's going on in Hollywood, everything that's going on. I wonder if she's going to talk about Iman Shumpert and his beautiful, well, soon-to-be ex-wife. I wonder if she's going to talk about it. I wonder if she's going to talk about Iyanla Van Zant getting drugged by the Apostolic Church for laying hands. Oh, my goodness. Let me get out of her business. When we come forward, the fire continues. I'll see you tomorrow.
Fast, let her know that he alive. Fake victims, mad snakes in the grass, let her know that he arrived. Don't be sleeping on your level, cause it's beauty in the struggle. Beauty goes for all y'all. It's beauty in the struggle.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Doug Davis with the latest from the Black Information Network. There are some upcoming court